So we'll start. So the catch up.
Just one thing can I add before you record?
Of course, yeah. Wait one second. I'll pause recording. 1 second. Just gonna resume recording. Okay. So what we will do now is
with that, then I can add in dinner as the last top gradient, and then something like midnight snacks or late.
You can do with that. Yes. Try that gradient. See, it's all about trial and error, but the gradient approach is fixed. That's a strategy you can apply even 200 years from now. And the fact is, you have been applying it all your life. And people have been applying it everywhere. See, gradient is the strategy. It's a truth of life for me. Like when you were when you started to walk, when you were a baby, like you didn't just, okay, I'm ready now.
Crawl.
It was a gradient of you approaching, getting gone, strengthening your muscles, making the connections from your brain, signaling going back, the signal getting stronger, the connection getting stronger, the muscles getting strength. Then you having the alignment of your body and weight. Then eventually after a couple of weeks, bam, you started walking. So that's a gradient. And even plants, everything in this universe is a gradient. Every life form grows at a gradient, but different speeds, but at a gradient. So that's how it works every time. I'll give you an example. Use this everywhere. Like I used it for my daughter. Like when we were, I've seen a lot of parents give bath to newborns. Like they just put water on them, and I only remember memories of them crying when they were having a bath. Like I was like, that's no way for my daughter to get introduced to water. It's such a beautiful element. So I set the gradient. So we started off with let me Sarah is here. Started giving her sponge bath. I did that for a couple of months. Then when she's ready, then I put her on a nice tub with a hammock. Then I just did sponge bath on that. Then I put a little bit of water on her leg. She liked it. Then I put water on her hands. Then I did that for a couple of weeks. Then after 3-6 months now, even when I'm putting water on her head, I would just sprinkle water on her face, get her used to the concept of water on her face. Then she liked it. Then put water on her head. Then she was like, okay, she was not comfortable. Then I went back again. So the whole gradient, now she enjoys water. Not once has she cried while taking a bath, because I approached with the gradient. And even when introducing to a baby carrier, once I put her directly on the baby carrier, and she was so pissed off. She kind of shouted back at me, like, what the hell? This is new. I don't know what this is. So I understood concept of gradient. Then I introduced her differently. I just carried her like this without the carrier. She liked it. Okay, then I put on the carrier. Then she enjoyed it. You see, it's a gradient. Everything in life is a gradient. You want $1 million? If I give you $1 million, Manjit, your whole life will implode. You will not know how to handle that. The amount of money, the amount of responsibilities which comes with it, the amount of all of that, you just will not know how to handle it. That's why every lottery winner has gone bankrupt or has lost all the money within years or within months of gaining a jackpot. This is not just for you, Manjit. I'm telling for everyone. Do you notice that?
Yes.
Pretty much every lottery winner have lost all the money they won.
Most, yeah.
Most. Majority of them, because it's a too steep gradient, something they've never experienced. So if you're having the challenges in your life right now, if you go head on and approach those challenges, you will then be exposed to another level of challenges. If you're having the same problems, then you have false data. Then you're having incorrect strategies. If you're having the same problems, then it's just you haven't learned the lesson.
That's why I think in Canada and USA, they give them a monthly thing. So even if it is $16 million or $6 million, they get a residue of that divided over.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yes. I didn't know that.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's great. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, good. See, they know. Some things they know. So gradient is apply gradient everywhere. Okay, good. So now we approached day 1. We did the we got validation from inside that you are fit enough to teach others because you saw all the beautiful gems you have inside you. Day 2, you know what, let's look at the challenge. Let's look at the slide. Let's change. Okay, so we have Tulane, we have Larry, we have Sonia, we have Manjit, we have Elizabeth, we have Paul, Louis, Manish, Tarun, and Saroj. Welcome, thank you. And all of you have got your homework done from until now, right? You all understand and how to set the gradient for your outcome for your clients. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'll just share the screen. So we'll go through the next thing. Can you see?
Yes.
There should be 4. The numbers are mixed up. Don't worry about that. Okay, so how do you create your message? Can you see that?
Yes.
I can't hear.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through the agreements. My favorite part, I think. So engagement. So you will engage in this conversation and in this entire 10-day launchpad, in this live session and in the Facebook group, you will engage, because when you engage, you share your message, you get clarity on that. So you will engage. That's an agreement with you. You have made yesterday. And I'm hoping you still have the same agreement. And I want you to have the same agreements here. Are you yes? Type in yes or say yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. Then you will submit your homework for every day, because I want you to progress every day. Are you going to submit your homework from today?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, good. And you will join the daily Q&A session. You have. So great. You have done that part. You agreed to that. Fantastic. And you will share your wins. And I really glad you shared your wins yesterday. And if you haven't, some of you haven't, then please go back and share your wins. However you want. If you want to write your own post, do it. You want to create your own video, do it. However you want, share your wins. Okay. I will, as a advice, I will be creating one post for each day to share all your wins as a comment. So that way you can trace back. Or if you feel like you want to do a video and share your win, like how Tulane did, anything is fine. I just want you to express your improvement, validate your improvement. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And also add some love to me. I love it. Okay. So just add some love to me. I'll always do that.
Yes. I'm just worried you can't hear me.
Sorry?
I was just worried you can't hear me.
Oh, I can hear you, Tulane. Yes. Good. And you will only proceed when you're 100% clear. And you will, so if you have any doubt, you're going to stop me and you're going to ask me questions. And whatever, if you ask me questions, even in the group, I will make a video and answer it back. I will help you however I can. That's how I do. You have to put your trust in me, and that's how I respond back. So this is an agreement. Remember, I have an agreement to you as well, that I will do everything I can to help you. Okay. So this is the exchange of 10-day launchpad. This is the agreement for 10-day launchpad. So there are other products I have. There are different agreements for different products. But this agreement is whatever you proceed, 100% clear. That means you and I are at the right gradient. Okay. So then, do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you will share your knowledge and experience with the world. You will shine it, and you have agreed to that. Good. And you are ready. You're ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Awesome. So let's recap. This I have to change. I added one more step, so ignore that. That's my mistake. So first we went through your barriers, you discovered your gems. Second, we went through the Venn diagram, your sweet spot. How you found out who you're sweet or what you love doing, what you're good at. What you love doing is what you're passionate to do, where you can do 24/7 without any income. You can do that. Then what you're good at is something you add in your resume so that you want to get paid for. And what is currently the trend is what people are looking for. It's very easy to know, like people are seeking. So we did that exercise, and the worksheet of that is inside the units. Go and download. It's a very good collection of all the things you can get inspired from. Like that was a very good, it's like a cheat sheet for you. It's like a great, it's got all the words, all the topics you can think of in the current climate. So it's your work. You contributed to that. It's there. Use it. If you want to create a bonus for your own business, use it like however you want, because that's the material, that's open source. Okay, next we did your ideal client. Yesterday we went through the 3-hop process to discover who you want to work with, what problem you want to solve, and what is your solution. Do you have any questions on that? Do you have any questions on the 3-hop process?
No.
Okay, I want an answer from everyone, or type in your type in. Do you understand the 3-hop process completely?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
You can type in yes or say yes, so that I know you are responding.
Yes, I understand it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. Now today we'll talk about, and yesterday you set the first gradient as well.
Yes.
Remember, you set the first gradient.
Yes.
Now today we'll bridge the gap of that gradient, how to recreate your magic. Okay, that's what we'll cover today. So this will add structure to your solution. So you want to help your client, but how do you help your client? You help your client by taking them on a gradient, but how? What does that mean? So this will help you add structure to your solution, because once you have the structure, you can use this to set the agenda, set the pace of your course, set the pace of how you coach them, how you teach them, everything. This will set the pace. And this will take first step towards selling your solution, because once you define it, for you, it becomes more real. It becomes more real because until now it's just an idea. You have the vision of helping them go from A to B. That's all you have right now. You don't know how to get them. So today, once you know how you are going to help your client go from A to B, you will immediately get clarity, and you will get validation to yourself that, yeah, you know what? I can actually sell this program. Wow, I can actually help others. That's what this topic will help you. And this is a new way to introduce yourself. Okay, so there are different topics here. It's a lot of topics covered in this lesson, which is quite a steep gradient, but you can handle it. And this will help you to brand yourself. If we feel it's too much, we'll stop and we can continue tomorrow. Okay, you can tell me. Okay, good. So design your solution. Okay, do you have your paper and pen ready?
Yes.
Okay, do you know what your first gradient is?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now you're helping your client go from A to B. I want everyone to participate. I'm only hearing Larry and Tulane and Sonia saying yes. So I want everyone to participate.
Yes. Yeah.
The best thing is type in yes, so that I know I can see your chat. So whichever is fine. If you're in a noisy place and you can't unmute yourself, then type. Anything is fine. Okay, so the problem they have, A is the point where their problem they have right now. The one you chose in the 3-hop process. You said you want to help them with a problem. So the problem they chose is they are busy, they're single, they don't have enough money, they don't have a job, so they're not able to earn income. So you created all this problem. They've been divorced, they don't have security of their future. Wherever they are, that's your problem. You decided that. Next, your solution, you also decided the solution, right? Now B is the desired outcome they want. This B is the smallest outcome you have chosen, not the biggest outcome, the smallest outcome. Okay, are you clear so far?
Yes.
Okay, step 1, I want to take a sheet of paper or use a worksheet, like whichever you want. Okay, then keep a 5-minute stopwatch. I will tell you stop. I'll set that stopwatch. Just don't worry about that. So I want you to write A in one end and define your problem first. On top of the sheet, so on top of the sheet, say A, your problem. At the bottom of the sheet, type in B and define your outcome. So A,
the client's problem. Yeah, sorry.
Exactly. Yes.
Not your problem. Yeah.
No, not your problem. Your problem is solved by me.
Yeah.
Right? Not all your problems, some problem.
No, what you said.
I also have some confusion, Chinmai, because I've got 2 at the bottom, and one is the free product to get people into the group, and the other one is a paid product. So which one do I do?
It's an outcome. If it's a free product, is it a course? Is it because a free product can be a checklist or bonus or anything? So you don't have.
It's a course. It's a course. Yeah.
It's a course. Then yeah, then it's then you add it, then use it for this.
But we should do it for the free one, not the paid one.
Whichever you want to choose.
Okay, no problem.
Just this is an exercise, so you get used to the concept of.
Oh, okay.
And then you're not going to be doing this once and over. You'll be doing this multiple times because this is a strategy you use for creating any product in your life. So the more you do, the better you get. Okay. So are you ready with top one A and below B?
Yes.
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 Okay. Now I want you to design 10 steps. So I want you to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want you to write 10. Okay. A is not 1. B is not 10. Between A and B, I want you to put 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, 10 numbers, one below the other. If you want to make it evenly spaced, put it evenly spaced, however you want, but put 10 numbers below. Once you're done, tell me you're ready.
Yes, done.
Ready? Yep.
Okay, good. So now I put a timer. Now I'll put a timer for 5 minutes. I want you to define the steps. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. You decide the steps which will help your prospect go from A to B using your 10 steps. Okay? You have 5 minutes. I'll put the timer now. 1 second. Wait.
Sorry, Chinmai, I'm still doing the 10 first one.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll wait. Good. Thanks for letting me know.
Are you going to put the timer on visually so we can see it?
Visually?
Oh, yeah.
No. I'll tell you. I don't want you to be looking at the screen. I want you to be looking at your paper.
Okay.
If you finish early, you finish early. So okay. Okay, 1 second. So where is the timer? Timer. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Is everyone ready with A and B and 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Ready? Okay. Ready?
Are the 10 steps going to be the benefits that they'll get, yeah?
No, your instruction, not benefits. You're telling them, if you want them to make your mixtape, you're telling them, step 1, buy a mixie. Step 2, do this. If it's over in 2 steps, then it's over in 2 steps. But that means your outcome is too small. Do you understand? However you feel, it's not right or wrong. I will correct it. Don't worry. But after you do this, I'll pick one person's thing and I will review them. Okay. So just if you tell Chinmai, I will help you how to lose 2 kilos of weight, then tell me, so step 1, what should I do? Step 2, what should I do? Step 3, what should I do? Step 4, what should I do? At the end of 10 steps, I've lost 2 kilos. Is that clear, Manjit?
Yes.
That's what I want you to focus on. So 10 steps. Ready? 5 minutes starting now.
So Chinmay, we are only doing A, not B, yeah?
Put your mic
You are
on.
mute.
Put your mic on, Chinmay.
A is a starting point and B is the finishing point. So your
Okay.
10 steps will help them go from A to B.
Okay, and we have to list the B as well, yeah?
Yes, that was the instructions given, yes.
Okay.
Five minutes is up. Okay. So who has got it done, all the 10 steps?
Yes, I've got them 10. My only issue is I think it could be more than 10.
Okay, that's fine. But 10, condense it down to 10. If you have
I've
more.
got 10. I've got 10 steps.
Okay, good. So 10 steps, good. So 10 steps. So who has 10 steps?
Yes, I have 10.
Okay, Larry, Tulane, who else?
Just about 9, 10. I've got them at 10, whether I like them or not.
That's fine. Like, see, you're giving them instruction. This is your learning to decide how you are going to teach your clients. Because if you can prepare now, imagine the objective of this is that you are preparing how you're going to impart your wisdom. Before, you were just doing it blindly, just saying whatever comes to your mind, whatever comes in whatever question. So now you're like, you know what, if they ask, once you get refined with this 10 steps and you fix on this, anybody asks you any question, you're like, hey, I cover that on the 6th step. When you come and ask me, hey Chinmai, how do I design who to work with? Hey, you should attend my day 3. I'll help you with my 3-year process. You see, it's easy for me because I have designed the 10 steps in the 10-day Launchpad. But you don't have to have complex systems, any of that. But you just say, if for example, if day 5 is where you actually open a bank account, Sonia, then you say, hey, if you're figuring out which bank account to open, in day 5, I tell you how to choose the right bank account. In step 5 or day 5 or part 5, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be days, but this is just 10 numbers. It doesn't have to be 10 days. It can be 10 parts. It can be 10 minutes. It can be 10 hours. Forget the units, just the numbers. Okay, who else is waiting? So everyone's done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who wants,
Yes.
who is willing to share their 10 steps?
Yes, I am, very much so.
Okay, let's go. Tulani, tell me your A, then tell the 10 steps, and after the 10 step, tell the B. how they will.
My A is doctors who don't have time to play or learn the saxophone, right? That's the problem I solve. So number one, choose a simple song from the list provided. Sing the song. If you can sing it, it's simple enough. Otherwise, go back to 1. What key is the song on the saxophone, right? Note that E flat and B flat have different keys, right? What key is the song on the piano? Find that out. Sing the song and work out the rhythm. Write out the rhythm in simple notation. Clap and sing the rhythm. Sing the song and work out the melody. Sing the melody and play it on the saxophone. Sing and play the whole song on your saxophone. And congratulations, you have learned to play a simple song on the saxophone.
Wow. I love it, Sulane. You have done a beautiful instruction. Great. Well done. Good. Nicely done. Good. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Good, Larry. Go.
Okay. So my point A is that people struggle to produce a project plan. So my thing for them is 10 steps to create your own project plan. The outcome at point B is that they will be able to go and create project plans at will. Okay. So my 10 steps are, firstly, decide the scope of the project. Second one, create the business case and the benefits. The third one is decide the phases for the project. 4 is decide the skill sets and the people who are going to be in your team. 5 is create the work breakdown structure, technical thing. 6 is decide the dependencies between the tasks.
Sorry, what was number 5, Larry?
It's a thing called a work breakdown structure, which is really just a list of things that you're going to produce. It's a sort of anatomy of everything you're going to produce.
Number 5 was?
That was it. It's called a work breakdown structure, but it's basically a list of just everything you're going to produce within the project. Okay. Number 6 is decide the dependencies between those tasks. Number 7 is produce a time estimating sheet. Number 8 is produce a budget. Number 9 is assess the risks. And number 10 is create the plan.
Well done. Good. So as long as you're going to teach them, make them aware,
Yes.
each step you're going to make them aware what it is,
Yeah.
give them examples, then give them a simple, like I know there can be complex methods of estimating, complex methods of the simplest way you're doing. That's it. That's beautiful. Good.
Yeah. And that's what I teach already. So I have all the content to do it.
Perfect. That's a very nice gradient. Well done. Okay. Who wants to go next? Sonia.
Okay. This is really interesting because I've changed. And
so just 1 second. It doesn't have to be 10. If you want it lesser is good.
Okay. I'll go
anything.
I'll go through what I have. So I set my first gradient as 250.
Okay. Okay, good.
Before I had it as 1,000. And I thought actually £250 because I was saying, well, actually people, if they do what I instruct them to do, they could probably find that £250 very quickly for their emergency fund.
Very
and
nicely thought.
Confidence in actually getting to 1,000. So step 1, and this is about a habit, is to start tracking your spending every day. So track your spending every day. So that's going to be a habit they need to be doing every day. Step 2 is open an emergency fund bank account. Okay, so I'll be able to...
Don't explain the steps.
Yeah.
Tell the steps on.
Okay, so open an emergency fund bank account. Step 3, search your home for hidden money. Sofas, clothes, your car, whatever.
Don't explain the steps.
Okay. 4, cancel or pause subscriptions. 5, sell anything you don't want, don't use, or don't like. Step 6, stop going to restaurants, takeaways. Step 7, start taking packed lunch to work. Step 8, walk instead of driving or using public transport. Step 9, reclaim loyalty or reward points. Step 10, return unused items to the store.
Well done. Beautiful. Very nice. You gave them such beautiful, simple baby steps. Each step was giving them a small outcome. Great. Fantastic. Okay. So I want to read all of you. So I don't have time to get through all of you. So what I want you to submit it as homework in the posts in the group, and I will give my feedback there. But I want you to pay attention to, even if you have completed here on the call, if you have shared, it's okay. I want you to still submit it in the post so that others can look at yours, get inspired, get ideas, and go back and refine them. So can you do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So you have your 10 steps. Beautiful. Now what next? Sorry?
I have 13 steps.
You have 13 steps? That's fine. But don't overkill it. I've just kept it to 10 because it's easy. But if you want to go more, it's okay. If you want to go less, it's also fine. But don't go 20, 30 steps because it's just an overkill. If you have 13 steps, I would say if you can condense it down to 10, if you can group certain steps. If the reason why I use 10 is because it's a nice, even gradient. Because anything more, you will have to, the other person will, more likely your client will get confused. If it's 10 steps, it's easy.
Okay. I will edit it.
That's why. So reduce your outcome if you want. Like, trust me, I wanted for 10-day Launchpad, my initially plan was I wanted you to open PayPal account. I wanted you to create a landing page. I wanted you to sell. I was like, I wanted to do all of that. I was like, no.
It's a headache. I've done it before. It's a headache.
And I just removed all of those. I'm like, no, it's too steep. Then I reduced it down to small. And even now I'm considering I will remove some parts of this course because I'm looking at it, it's steeper for you. Because it's what's easy for me is just steeper for you. What's easy for you is steeper for your clients. So this exercise is not fixed. It's something you work on every time. The more you engage with your clients, the more you explain the 10 points to your prospects, you will get an idea. If they ask you questions, like what happened was when I did this 10-day first time, this is the third time which is happening. When I did the first time, there were a lot of questions asked about what we're going to cover next. So then I realized I missed a big chunk. I've missed setting the gradient. What you've set gradient, the smallest and the biggest gradient, was me introducing that step because that was missing before. Now you know how powerful that was. Then the second time when I didn't have the sweet spot. So then when I did, I was like, wait, a lot of people asking questions like, you know what, this is not right. Something I missed. So I moved the syllabus of day 2 to day 3, and I introduced a new concept of the sweet spot. That gave you even more clarity on what course to create. Do you understand? That's all it takes. The objective of 10 days is to make your client get confident. It's not just the outcome. You should make your client get confident about themselves. Remember, money, the definition of money is promise backed by confidence. If it's your promise, but it is their confidence. If they don't have the confidence in themselves, they will never buy your product. So the 10 days objective is that they have the confidence that they can save 250 pounds aside, that they can bake a cake. Forget it looking pretty. If they can bake a cake, they're happy. That's the thing. Under 30 pounds, they baked a cake. You congratulate them and you tell them, okay, now you baked a cake. Now I will teach you. So you teach them. Once they have the outcome, they feel confident. They feel great. They feel relieved that they can achieve something. Then they will show trust in you. Then you sell them a higher end product, another gradient product, which you have set, not the biggest thing. The biggest outcome is your best outcome. It's like the way I teach to my clients is your biggest outcome is like a blank check outcome. If someone pays you a blank check, that is your biggest outcome. So your best service is your blank check, is your biggest thing. So if someone pays you a blank check and say, I'm yours, write whatever amount you want and give me your best service. then you will do that. So that's your biggest outcome. So you can't always serve blank check customers. It's just pointless. You will not have a life. So you need to have someone who you can serve for a small amount and for the highest amount. So that way there's a gradient. So every businesses, if Apple only had one product, one high-end product, it would just be out of business. It has a range of products. People can experience Apple at a small thing. They can experience Apple at Aithron, you're leaving? Sorry, have to go next time. Okay, Saroj just left. Oh, Saroj has left. Okay, good. So you have to have different products. So this is an experience for you to decide which products you want. Okay, so you have your outcomes. So this was an example for you to experience, for you to decide your what do you say, your gradient. Do you have any questions so far?
No, thank you so much.
Not really a question, but just a comment is, I can easily see how I could ramp down the gradient. I could take, for example, all the financial side of it out and just do the time. So yeah, something like that.
See, it's the once you teach it, you will get an idea of, I'm spending 3 hours teaching this step 4. Like, it doesn't make sense. Let's get rid of it. So if they see you struggle to teach, then they'll feel like, oh my God, this is so complex. Like, whoa.
I mean, I get the same point as Larry is saying, because there are also complex stuff in money.
Good.
How do I pull that out and put that in a further course? Because that's going to take some time to explain.
Good. Then they will value it. Well done. Very good observation. Okay. What else did you observe in your exercise? What we did?
I did the same as Tulani did, which was I had a separate column that said, no, that's going in the next one.
Okay, good.
And so everything gets...
I want everyone else to contribute, engage, everyone else to engage. So tell me, who else? So far, only Elizabeth, Larry, and Tulani is staying, and everyone is silent.
What question?
So tell me, what did you learn so far? What did you see? Did you find it easy? Did you find it difficult? What was challenging? Because there's no point going to the next step if you're not sure of what happened until now.
I this time round, I brought my gradient down, and I set smaller outcomes, because I realized when I did it last time, so one step, but there seemed to be lots of steps in that one step. Do you know what I mean? That I would need to, because I thought, well, actually, I'm going to have to tell them how to do X, Y, Z, blah, 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 all in that one step. And so what I've done is I've actually sort of like broke it right down into sort of different tasks that people would need to do.
Good.
So.
Good. Okay. Who else? Manjit, you have been silent. Please tell me your 10 points.
My 10 points, this is where I feel a little bit, so my first one would be water detox. I would put them on, and then take them on. The second step would be lemon juice and alkalize them with apple cider vinegar or soda bicarbonate. That would be my second topic. Then would be the juicer they can buy or invest in.
Wow.
And then purchase the seasonal fruits. Yeah. And then I'll break it down further to give them advice on alkaline juicing.
Wow.
Blood sugar, weight loss juicing, energy boost juice, reduce your cravings, super greens, and why have the essential fats.
Okay, good. So all the things are now you teaching them, right?
Yes.
Different types. So reduce that. You nailed it. You were perfect until 4th or 5th step, where you're helping them choose a blender. You're helping them choose. That's all. Like, you're making them take action.
Yes.
These steps can't be teaching steps. It is action steps.
Mm-hmm.
It's steps for them, your prospects, to take, not learn. If you have to teach them, of course they have to teach them before they take action. So if you're teaching them how to lose weight for for diabetes, for weight loss, for everything, it's too much. Just pick one, how to lose weight for diabetes, and then the entire 10 steps can be just about diabetes. So if they implement one for just diabetes, then you tell them, hey, you know what, you experience diabetes, why don't you buy my next program? I'll teach you about diabetes, about weight loss, about energy, high energy, about healthier skin, everything. I'll teach you all of things. Like, then take them to all concepts.
Okay.
That way you can focus everything. If anybody says, you'll be like, hey, yeah, you can join my 10-step program. I teach you how to lose, cut weight or lose weight for diabetes. Then your niche, then it helps your 3-hop process. Then it helps, all of that comes straight line, because let's do one. If you feel diabetes is good, then stick to diabetes. Single moms with diabetes who are busy, who are struggling to have a healthy diet, bam, this is you. Everybody will think of Manjit.
Okay, I got it.
Correct, good. If you want to add more, remember, it's another product.
It's another product. I got it.
Yes, good. Okay, so I think it's good. So it's already 3 o'clock. I want to teach, there is another level. So I realized that it's a 2, actually, what's the next level? Is what's the stopwatch that's done. What am I teaching? Yeah, this is what we designed. Yeah, that's what you did. Then what else? Foundations to sell. Okay, this we can do now. Okay. So now that you have the 10 steps, the 10 outcomes. So it's basically what you're looking at is, I have a message, sorry. Manish is point A branding thing. Manish, paste it in the Facebook group. Okay, good. Then I have some, Paul said, is it possible at some A and B situations only need 6 or 8 or 5? Yeah, that's absolutely fine, Paul. You can do small or less, but maximum is 10. If you do more, it's just difficult for you. Okay. Okay, that's good, Manish. That's good. Okay. So now it's a short. This one, I don't want you to do it now. I want you to do it and post it as a what do you say? Homework. Yes, as a homework. So benefits of teaching. So now that you have all of this, you have whom you're going to sell, your sweet spot, you have your 3-hop process, you have your 10 steps, you have enough material, you have enough clarity. Next, you want to know how their life will change when they arrive at B. Okay, this is the foundations of your selling. Remember, this will help you design any sales copy, any sales video, anything. If you miss this, everything else is just waste. So this is pay attention. So every person will do anything in their life for relationship, health, or wealth, or all 3, or any combination of 1 or the other or 2. That is the objective. Every person only has these 3 desires: relationship, health, and wealth. Okay, the spirituality, the leadership, the communication is all. Nobody wakes up in the morning and say, I want more spirituality. Nobody wakes up in the morning and say, I want more leadership skills. Nobody does all that. Everybody says, my God, I want to have, why can't my kids listen to me? Why can't I have a better relationship with my parents? Why can't I, when will I book my next holiday? Oh my God, when will my knee ache go? Those are the problems people think of every day, first thing in the morning, not communication skills, not how to write better emails, or how to save 250 pounds aside. Not those. That is their needs. So now you understand, you have to connect where they are there thinking. So these are the 3 aspects. So what I want to do is take a sheet of paper. I want you to set 5 minutes. This is a short, another 5 minutes. Okay, set for 5 minutes. I'll show you the worksheet, how it will arrive here. So once again, describe the benefits of applying your solution. If someone achieves 250 pound emergency fund, if someone achieves juicing for diabetes, someone achieves social media branding framework, what will be their benefits? That's what I want in terms of relationship, health, and wealth, all 3 aspects. So this is how, don't start yet, but I'll show you the worksheet. Use that. This is how the worksheet comes. So you have relationship, health, and wealth. 3 rows. Relationship, health, and wealth. And each relation, they have a problem in each. Okay? They are either running away from pain or they are running towards pleasure. They are not doing anything else. So look at the example of relationship. Be able to save my broken marriage and avoid a divorce. That's away from pain. Towards pleasure is to achieve a running business together and create a dream life. Like if you have a good relationship, how can we build a family business? That's a pleasure goal. Are you with me so far?
Yeah.
Health wise is be able to run again without a knee pain. Towards pleasure is how can I run a marathon under 3 hours? So that's like a goal. That's a pleasure goal. That's a luxury. Something is good, they want to make it better. But running over pain is something is bad and they want to make it good. So it's a good pain is bad to good. Towards pleasure is towards good to better. That's how you think in simple words. Wealth is stop borrowing money from parents to pay rent. Pleasure is how can they buy their first home? You can have a rented house and it's not a pain. You don't have to own a house. It's just like, see, some people don't have to have that, right? It's a pleasure thing. Pain is how can I think? So you can have both. So now I want you to write one for each of these. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay, you have 5 minutes. So I'll put the timer now. Okay, ready, go.
So Chinmay, we have to include the relationship, the health, and the wealth as well, yeah? In our chart, yeah? Sorry, your speaker's off.
Can you see the screen? How I've shown the table?
Yeah.
3 rows and 2 columns.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah.
So time is up. So tell me what you have shared so far.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an example. I want each one to give me an example of either relationship or health or wealth. Not all, just give me one. That's fine. And submit the homework, all of it in the Facebook. So that's what I want. Mm-hmm. So tell me, who wants to go first? Paul, you've been silent.
Hi.
Can I go first?
Paul.
Yes.
So do you want to share?
Well, I do, but I'm still working on. I'm still doing my stuff from yesterday.
Can I go first?
Okay. So fine. Okay, Elizabeth, you want to go first?
I'll talk on the relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think put down. They would have enough time to spend with the children in the morning. They don't have to rush the kid to childminder in the morning. And
okay, that is relationship or health? What was it?
Relationship. They'll be able to have time with their kid in the morning.
Beautiful. Okay, nice. Okay.
6 to rush them, to dress for them, drop them to childminder.
So that is the pain. That is towards pleasure.
Okay.
That's not pain. There's no pain in that.
They have. I've said have fun together as a family in the morning.
Yeah, that's not pain.
Mm.
You're like, pain would be you're struggling to spend any time with family in the morning. Your heart break, like you hate dropping off your child at the childminder in the morning, but you have to do, but because that's a pain. You want to stop leaving your child at the childminder because that's a pain, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I want you to word it.
Okay.
You got the right thing. The wording has to be changed because that's what they want. They want to stop something from happening. Away from pain is what they want to stop.
Yes. On the stop, dropping.
Can I go with this one?
Oh, wait, let Elizabeth finish.
Okay. So what the relationship, because I cannot see my screen properly. So it's very.
Okay, forget that. We're talking now. Forget the screen. If it's not seen, it's okay. So relationship, health or wealth, whatever it is, if you're talking about pain, you are coming across. You have to say what you want them to stop.
Yes.
Like you're like, oh, I want to stop eating sweets, but I can't. You know what? But I know it's good, but I want to stop eating sweets. I want to lose weight. Oh, I can't. I want to stop ordering from McDonald's, but I can't. Oh, I want to stop. You're helping them. I want to stop. I want to stop. Like I want something to stop. It's too much pain. That is what.
Peace of mind.
Huh?
I want them to have peace of mind.
That's not stop. That's not pain.
If you don't have peace of mind, you have pain.
What happens if you don't have peace of mind? Why will someone not have peace of mind?
Because you have so much to do in the morning, rushing. And
correct. That is what you write.
Okay.
It's not about what happens after. It's about what's happening then. So you're thinking about peace of mind. Nobody cares about peace of mind. But what they care about is you're rushing in the morning. You're not having to spend any quality time with your baby. And the worst part is you have to drop off at a childminder.
Yes.
And you will see your baby again after 7 hours.
Yeah.
When it's time for them to sleep. So you're having no time to spend at all. Bam, you hit them at the heart. That's it. You got their attention.
Mm-hmm.
But that is too much sales writing. But I just want you to write one thing. What pain do you want to stop? Stop leaving child at childminder. That's all.
Okay.
That's a pain. I want you to, because it's not easy what happens is when you're focusing only on your product, you're only focusing on what you can deliver. You're only focusing on your product. You're only thinking about yourself. So because of that, you forget that there is another side to it.
Mm-hmm.
The other side is your prospect side. You get paid only when you see the other side.
Okay.
If you don't see the other side, you don't get paid.
I get it now.
Good. So another person, give an example. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Good. Okay.
Okay. So just looking at wealth, away from pain, stop doing a job where you don't get properly rewarded.
Good. Okay. Good. Who's next? Sonia.
Relationships, away from pain, ending up in another bad relationship because I'm worried about managing on my own.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. What else? Who else wants to go next?
Can I?
Yeah, go on.
With the health is no more bloatedness, fatigue.
Wow.
Yeah? And
Good.
towards a pleasure will be getting you to the gym because you start feeling less rounded around the abdomen. So you feel confidence. That will boost your confidence.
Good. Pleasure is I want to help you get to the gym, unable to go to gym.
Yeah.
Pain is, what was pain?
No more bloatedness and fatigue. Yeah.
So you're fatigue and burden. Very good. Very nice. Well done. Okay, good. Okay. So you got the idea. I want you to do more of this. I want you to do more of this. You see, I already know that this session is too steep.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's taking too long. Imagine, see, I have not, thing is, I wanted to create 10-day Launchpad for free. I already know it's so much effort is needed. And if the moment I've not even done paid advertising, this is just organic marketing. You all have spot me. So the moment I do paid advertising, I'm going to get 10, 20 people a day or a week. So then this Zoom has 10 people now. What if it has 50 people? It's impossible for me to do justice. So then people will just drop out of the call. They will not get things. And then and if they drop out of the call, then they won't pay me money for the next product. So whose fault is it for setting the wrong gradient? Mine. So my intention, I know your intention is to serve and help, but if you cannot make them stay and get results, then they're not going to stay. Mm-hmm. Either I change the format of the live Q&A sessions, or I break down the parts change the gradient in the 10 days. I take out some elements and say, you know what, I'll address them in the next product, not here. See, I'm explaining this to you because these are the problems you will have. And this is a real life problem. What if there were 20 people on the call? And if I'm only addressing 3 people, the other 17 would feel neglected and they will never buy from me. You see, it's a real problem. I am losing out for setting the wrong gradient. So when you set the wrong gradient, you will lose out. So that's how simple the problem, like the strategy is very simple. Once you see what it is, okay, I'm not able to get, this person is not paying me money. Okay, why is my promise not what he is wanting, or is the confidence in that person not enough for themselves to believe in themselves to buy? So then you only focus on saying, okay, how can I raise the confidence? Then you raise the confidence and then the person will buy. Or if the confidence is high, they're like, Chinmai, I want to buy from you, but that product is not the right product. Then the promise you're making is incorrect promise. So then you go back and you figure out what promise you want and you come back and make another offer. And when you make the right offer, bam, you exchange, money gets exchanged. That's how simple it is. Okay, so now I know the gradient in this lesson is too high. There was one more session which I'm not done. So I'm going to change this as well, because I'm going to remove some stuff, because I like the flow. You set your barrier, you feel confident, then you find your sweet spot, then you do your 3 hop. And then now I'm just going to do the gradient and the 10 steps. That's a nice sweet spot there. Then whatever was there next, I'll move it to the next lesson and see how that works out there. Because everything what I'm teaching is good. Like I want them to have the right gradient. So because yesterday the gradient felt a little bit squashed. So I'll move the gradient from yesterday to today. See, I'm thinking out loud because you have to see that way. So like if you were thinking of like Sonia, you have to say your approach is how to stop direct debits and standing orders, review them standing orders, right? So then maybe when you're doing your session, you realize, oh my God, 45 minutes went in just standing orders. So maybe went in direct debits. Maybe standing orders needs to go another lesson or in the paid version. So you think differently. So then, because you have see the first half an hour, like if you look at how today's session went, 90% of it was just me clarifying you what to do. 10% of what you actually did.
Pet insurance. We know that loving your pet can sometimes be a little.
Okay. So 10% was actually you you doing the worksheet, right? That was just a tiny part of it. The majority of it was me explaining you what it is, addressing your concerns, removing your false data, addressing. So that was the major part. That communication needs to happen. So the more the communication happens, the more trust you have in me, the more confidence you build in yourself. That's what you're achieving with your client. So you need to focus, that's the strategy here. Okay. So now tell me what you took away from today.
Well, the biggest win for me today, and as I mentioned before, I missed yesterday, so I watched the videos and I'm working on that homework, so I'll catch up. But I followed today to get the process. But the biggest win was, just like you're saying about your 10-day Launchpad product, things that I was looking to do, I need to decrease the gradient in some areas, but also actually break some other things completely out into a different course.
Yeah, well done.
There's too much in one thing.
Yes, I'm very glad you're aware of it, Paul. That's a very powerful win. Now that win, what has that enabled you?
I'm sorry?
That win, how will that win benefit you?
Oh, how that win helps me? Well, I won't waste time building a product that won't be effective. It also gave me additional clarity on 2 other products. Like I said, from the Venn diagram exercise, I actually have a half a dozen things on the table now where I only thought I had 1 before.
Beautiful. Wow. Okay. I want you to share that win in the group and also add some love towards me. So that'll be nice.
Did you like my comment about I'm not watching yesterday's video? I cry very easy.
What happened yesterday?
You made the video that you were feeling bad that you were harsh on everybody.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Good. I think it was fine. It was good. It was not bad, but it was tough love was needed.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you win? What did you take away from today? What's your win?
I think it's just to simplify things even further.
Good.
Because I was just thinking on the last exercise we did, when it really clicked for me was actually just about a few little words. So for example, away from pain, if I was doing it, I'd just say begin your sentence, stop. Yeah. And then towards pleasure, be able to. And I was a bit confused because if you look in the columns, you've got be able to in away from pain and in towards pleasure. But I think if you just said to people, away from pain is always stop, blah, blah, blah.
That's
and
true.
Towards pleasure is always be able to. You've even got the first word formed in their minds.
That's true. You're right. That's what thanks. I also just noticed pain is stopping and things are, I'm going to change the thing. That's
so
very nice.
Yeah. So, but then that clarifies in my mind how simple things have to be for me to understand, and
very true.
I'm reasonably intelligent.
Very true. That's right. Absolutely. That's very good. Okay. What else did you win from today?
My win today is to be able to write what's on my head and actually write it down, and actually to see the difference between um, to solve the problem, the pain, and away from the pain, and also not to focus on myself alone, to actually see, to actually think of what I'm offering them and how maybe to help them properly. So that's my take today.
Very good, very powerful. You saw that those are very good wins. How will that win help you now, Elizabeth?
That will be able to help me to define my cost properly, and to be able to put all the benefit, what I've gained in my own life, to put it into the course, because that's what actually brought me to where I am today.
Wow, powerful. See, that's something great. Fantastic, great. Okay, who's next?
Okay, with mine, one obviously, it's making me go back and think about my story of why, and we used to question our mother why juicing was important. And she would just say, good, you know, this is good for you. But now, as you have asked us to put this down and simplify it, I'm beginning to feel I have to put myself in my students' shoes and know what they want. And then put it onto the other side as a tutor and a student of what their expectations are of you. Otherwise, you might lose them. Yeah.
Yeah, powerful. Well done. Well done. How will that help you, Manjit? How will that help you?
It'll boost my confidence then to create more breakdowns of the course. Yeah, because I'll begin to understand that they like this. And when that's projected, you are on a road to make different subjects through that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So will that help you get more sales?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, good. That's all I want to hear. If you win, if your win helps you to make more money, then then my objective is helped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's good you're getting clarity. It's good you're getting all of this confidence. That's true. But the end of the day, I want you to make money. If it helps you get closer to making money, if you're able to see that, if you're able to create a better product to sell, if you're able to have more confidence to sell, to make a promise you can back up and deliver, all of that is you making money. That's all. Okay, good. So Louis, I know you're with your kids, you can't speak. That's good. So Sonia.
Okay, yes. But something you said about the starting point, because my starting point is I had the problem and I've solved it. So I'm not writing the course for me because I've got a high gradient. So I've got to remember that the people that, the gradient I'm looking at, they're behind me. So I've got to lower the gradient. And so for each step, it's about them getting the win, not that, so like you were talking about, not spending loads of time trying to explain something to people. If it's really simple and they can go away and get a win straight away, they're more likely to come back and want to do the next thing. And that's all. And it's something you said about building confidence in them. If I'm giving them something to do, they go away and they can achieve that and they can come back with their win. I'm building confidence in them, kind of step by step.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. That's good. So now is that going to help you make money, Sonia?
It will, because I'm simplifying things and I don't know, I'm not making it complicated. It doesn't need to be complicated.
Good. You make it complicated. When would anyone make complication? Tell me the real reason why you want to add more. Tell me why you feel like you're adding more. You think by sharing more is actually winning, but actually now you know the truth is actually the lesser, the better it is and easier to sell. And it doesn't undermine your quality of your product. It actually elevates the value of your product because you have removed all the nonsense the person doesn't need to get from A to B.
Yeah.
But why do we actually put more value? Can you notice that even 4 or 5 years ago when I had my marketing agency, I made about close to $600,000 in that. I sold, I would, for $15,000, $20,000, I would put in everything what I had. My blank check product was like crazy. I would do everything. The client hated it. I got more negative feedback from that, because I thought by giving more stuff is actually helping them. But actually what happened was I gave them a complex system. They didn't know how to get used, how to use them. They didn't know, so they didn't get leads. So they didn't run the marketing. They eventually said the system failed. So if I would do the same product now, I would give them very little system, more confidence, more one-to-one coaching, take away everything which is not needed, and give them more confidence to run the system, because everybody's like, so that's what I would do. But I felt, because of my own lack of insecurity, because of my low confidence, I thought by adding more stuff, I am adding value. But actually, if you go to any good coach, if you go to all these big speakers and leaders, you buy their product, you'll be like, or for example, have you been to an event where people have sold stuff from stage? When you're sitting in the room and you're thinking, what? He's charging £2,000 for that? Like, what? Like the whole 3 days they're gonna do a website? What? Why? And people are buying that? Like, why? Because he's made it simple. Because people, it's like, if you go and sell, I'm going to teach you how to make one business plan. That's it. One business plan, how to do it in 24 hours. And this is what you take, blah, blah, blah. You teach them all them, and people will run to the back. And you sell them properly. Like, if you're not even gone about selling from stage, doing a webinar to sell, you're not covered any of that in this 10-day Launchpad. It's just having the raw foundation. This is your foundation of your business plan. Anything you add on top is just, because you can take this 10 steps, you can do a podcast series, you can write a book, you can do a 2-day workshop, you can do anything, right? That's the power of keeping it simple.
So I think one thing I learned, because this is about commercial opportunity, yeah? So if I say to people, oh, I teach project management, they immediately go off and say, oh, you teach these highbrow courses like Prince and that. I go, no, I teach basic principles to people that know nothing about project management.
Oh,
and they look at you, and I walk away then, because I know they don't get it, because they think it's hugely complex, but there's a much bigger market. So for example, is Tulani, he's not still on the call.
He's left.
I'll write to him. So listening to his 10 steps, when he was doing all that stuff about rhythm and singing a song, right? He's very niche, because he's about playing the saxophone. I would just say to him, take those very simple steps and advertise, have you ever wanted to play a musical instrument? Like, not just the saxophone, and then just have a 10-day step to convince people that they could take up any musical instrument, because they can tap a rhythm, sing a song, you know.
That's it. See, simplicity. Perfection is not, I love this definition, is that the definition of perfect is, it's not to add more. The definition of perfection is when there is nothing left to take out. So that's what I want you to remove as much as you can from this 10 steps. So as long as it makes it clear. So good. So you got your wins. I want you to share it in the group. I want you to submit your homework, and we grow from now on. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Perfect. All the best. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye.